Imagine a bustling city full of life and activity, frozen in time. Picture the streets filled with merchants selling their goods, children playing, and citizens going about their daily routines. The air is filled with the sounds of conversation, laughter, and the clatter of chariots. That's Pompeii, an ancient Roman city buried under volcanic ash for centuries. This city, once vibrant and full of life, was suddenly silenced by the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius. This catastrophic event preserved Pompeii in a way no other ancient city has been. The thick layers of ash acted as a time capsule, protecting buildings, artifacts, and even the remains of its inhabitants. It's a snapshot of Roman life, frozen at the moment of disaster. The streets, homes, and public spaces remain as they were, offering an unparalleled glimpse into the past. Pompeii's story is both tragic and fascinating. The suddenness of the eruption caught the residents off guard, leading to a swift and devastating end for many. It's a reminder of nature's power and the fragility of human life. The eruption serves as a stark example of how quickly life can change and how nature can alter the course of history in an instant. But it's also a treasure trove of information about the past. The preservation of Pompeii has provided archaeologists and historians with invaluable insights into Roman culture, architecture, and daily life. Walking through the ruins is like stepping back in time. Visitors can explore the ancient streets, enter the homes of Pompeii's residents, and see the public buildings where they gathered. You can almost hear the echoes of Roman voices and the clatter of chariots on the stone streets. The city feels alive, as if its inhabitants might return at any moment. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD was a cataclysmic event. The volcano spewed ash, pumice, and gases high into the sky, creating a deadly cloud that descended upon the city. It buried Pompeii and nearby Herculaneum under tons of ash and pumice. The once thriving cities were entombed, their existence forgotten for centuries. The city was lost for centuries, buried under the earth. It wasn't until the 18th century that Pompeii was rediscovered, sparking a renewed interest in the ancient world. When it was rediscovered in the 18th century, the world was amazed. The excavation revealed a city frozen in time, offering a unique window into the past. Pompeii offers a unique glimpse into the Roman world. The artifacts, frescoes, and mosaics found here provide a detailed picture of Roman life, art, and culture. It's a place where history comes to life, revealing the secrets of a lost civilization. As you walk through the streets of Pompeii, you are not just observing history, you are experiencing it, feeling the presence of those who lived there long ago. Before the eruption, Pompeii was a thriving Roman city, bustling with activity and life. It was home to about 20,000 people, a diverse and vibrant community. The people of Pompeii were a mix of wealthy merchants, successful traders, and ordinary citizens. Each played a vital role in the city's economy and social structure. They went about their daily lives, engaging in various activities, unaware of the disaster that was to come. Pompeii was a city of contrasts, where the opulence of grand villas stood alongside the simplicity of modest homes. These grand villas were adorned with intricate frescoes and mosaics, while the modest homes reflected the everyday life of the common people. Busy shops lined the streets, selling everything from food to pottery. The marketplace was a hub of commerce where traders and buyers haggled over prices. There were temples dedicated to various gods, bathhouses for relaxation and socializing, and even an amphitheater for gladiatorial contests, where the citizens gathered to watch thrilling battles. Life in Pompeii was a mix of work and leisure. People worked hard during the day, but they also knew how to enjoy their free time. The city was a hub of activity, with the Forum being the central square where people gathered to discuss politics, trade, and social issues. The Forum was the heart of Pompeii, a place where ideas were exchanged and decisions were made. It was a bustling center of civic life. They enjoyed performances at the theater, where plays and musical performances entertained the masses. The amphitheater was another popular venue, where citizens cheered on their favorite gladiators in fierce contests. Pompeii was a microcosm of Roman society, reflecting the empire's wealth, sophistication, and cultural diversity. The city's architecture and public spaces showcased the grandeur of Roman engineering and design. The people of Pompeii enjoyed a good life, filled with social gatherings, festivals, and celebrations. They took pride in their city and their way of life. They decorated their homes with beautiful frescoes and mosaics, depicting scenes from mythology, nature, and daily life. These artworks added a color and vibrancy to their living spaces. They ate a varied diet of fruits, vegetables, and seafood, which were abundant in the region. The local cuisine was rich and diverse, reflecting the city's access to fresh produce and trade goods. They even had their own version of fast food, with street vendors selling ready-to-eat meals. These vendors were a common sight in the bustling streets, offering quick and convenient options for busy citizens. Life in Pompeii was good, filled with prosperity and cultural richness. But it was all about to change dramatically with the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, which would forever alter the course of the city's history. In the year 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted with terrifying force. The eruption sent a massive column of ash and pumice high into the atmosphere. The sky darkened, and a rain of ash began to fall on Pompeii. At first, the ash fall seemed like an inconvenience rather than a catastrophe, but the eruption quickly escalated. Superheated gas and volcanic debris, known as pyroclastic flows, surged down the slopes of Vesuvius, engulfing everything in their path. These pyroclastic flows were deadly. They moved at incredible speed, reaching temperatures of up to 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. They instantly incinerated anything in their path, leaving behind only ash and destruction. Pompeii had no chance against the fury of Vesuvius. The eruption lasted for 2 days. By the time it was over, Pompeii was buried under millions of tons of volcanic material. The city and its inhabitants were lost to the world for centuries. Section 4. The creation of the Pompeii casts. One of the most poignant reminders of the tragedy of Pompeii are the casts of the victims. These casts are not fossils, but rather imprints of the bodies left in the hardened ash. They provide a haunting glimpse into the final moments of the people who lived and died in Pompeii. When Vesuvius erupted, the pyroclastic flows encased the victims in a layer of hot ash. As the ash cooled and hardened, it created a mold around the bodies. Over time, the bodies decomposed, leaving behind hollow spaces within the hardened ash. In the 19th century, archaeologists discovered these hollow spaces. They realized that they represented the forms of the victims. To preserve these haunting reminders, they developed a technique to fill the cavities with plaster. The plaster was carefully poured into the cavities, filling the spaces where the bodies had once been. Once the plaster hardened, the surrounding ash was removed, revealing incredibly detailed casts of the victims. Section 5. Stories told by the Pompeii casts. The Pompeii casts are more than just archaeological artifacts. They are silent witnesses to a catastrophic event that forever changed the course of history. These casts, created by the volcanic ash that enveloped the city, offer a unique and haunting glimpse into the final moments of the people who lived there. They are poignant reminders of the human cost of the disaster. Each cast is a snapshot of a life interrupted, a story abruptly ended by the fury of Mount Vesuvius. The expressions and postures captured in these casts speak volumes about the fear and desperation experienced by the victims. Each cast tells a story, capturing a moment in time frozen for eternity. These stories are not just about death, but about life, about the people who once walked the streets of Pompeii, their daily routines, their hopes and their dreams. The casts are a bridge to the past, allowing us to connect with those who lived nearly 2,000 years ago. Some casts show people caught in their final moments, their bodies contorted in poses that convey the sheer terror and desperation they must have felt. These casts are a stark reminder of the suddenness and unpredictability of natural disasters, their poses conveying terror and desperation. The expressions on their faces, frozen in time, tell us more than words ever could about the horror of that day. The agony and fear are palpable, making it impossible to look at these casts without feeling a deep sense of empathy for the victims. Some show families huddled together, seeking comfort in their final moments. These casts are particularly heart-wrenching as they depict the instinctual human desire to seek solace in the presence of loved ones during times of extreme distress, seeking comfort in their final moments. The sight of parents clutching their children, of siblings holding on to each other, is a powerful testament to the bonds of family and the lengths to which people will go to protect those they love. Others show individuals attempting to flee, their outstretched arms reaching for a safety that never came. These casts capture the futile attempts to escape the inescapable, the desperate bids for survival that were ultimately thwarted by the relentless advance of the volcanic ash, their outstretched arms reaching for a safety that never came. The sight of these outstretched arms, frozen in a final desperate gesture, is a poignant reminder of the fragility of human life and the power of nature. The casts provide a glimpse into the lives of the Pompeians. The clothing they wore, the objects they carried, and even their facial expressions offer clues about their lives and social standing. These details, preserved by the ash, allow us to piece together a picture of daily life in ancient Pompeii. And even their facial expressions offer clues about their lives and social standing. The way they dressed, the items they held onto in their final moments, all provide valuable insights into the social fabric of Pompeii. These casts are not just relics of a tragic event, they are windows into a world long gone. They tell stories of families, lovers, and individuals, all frozen in time by the ash. Each cast is a testament to the lives that were lived, the relationships that were cherished, and the dreams that were cut short by the eruption. Lovers and individuals, all frozen in time by the ash. The casts of couples holding each other in their final moments speak to the enduring power of love even in the face of unimaginable horror, all frozen in time by the ash. The ash that preserved these casts also preserved the stories of the people of Pompeii, allowing us to remember and honor their lives. One of the most famous casts is that of a dog contorted in agony as it struggled to escape the ash. This cast is a poignant reminder that the disaster affected not just humans but animals as well, contorted in agony as it struggled to escape the ash. The sight of this dog caught in its final moments of struggle is a powerful reminder of the widespread impact of the eruption. This poignant image serves as a reminder that humans were not the only victims of the eruption. Animals too perished in the disaster, their lives cut short by the same force that claimed the lives of so many people. Animals too perished in the disaster. The casts of animals preserved alongside those of humans tell a broader story of the impact of the eruption on all living beings in Pompeii. The Pompeii casts are a powerful testament to the destructive power of nature and the fragility of human life. They remind us that despite our advancements and achievements, we are still at the mercy of the natural world and the fragility of human life. The delicate features of the casts, the vulnerability they convey, serve as a stark reminder of our own mortality and the unpredictable nature of life. They serve as a stark reminder that even in the midst of our daily lives, tragedy can strike without warning. The people of Pompeii were going about their daily routines, unaware that their lives were about to be irrevocably changed. Tragedy can strike without warning. The story of Pompeii is a powerful reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring impact of natural disasters. It is a story that continues to resonate, reminding us to cherish each moment and to be mindful of the forces beyond our control.